Hey guys and gals, let's build the fire rescue plane by Lego City. This is set number 60413, contains 478 bricks, retails for $54.99, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. So thank you kindly A-Fall Engagement team for sending this to me. And so this is what we're going to be building today. A forest that's on fire, or a portion of a forest, and then the airplane. And yes, they're in different manuals. And there's no sticker sheet to show you, so pretty much what that is. Let me put that manual over there for safekeeping. And we'll be focusing on this one today. It has 5 bags of bricks. These are loose in the box. We have bag 1 here keyed up. The other 4 bags are in butter containers off to the right. You can't see them. Maybe you can, I don't know. Someday we'll get one of those cameras that has the 360 so you can actually rotate your screen. You can see what it's like while I'm building. Maybe one day. And that's where we're going to start. So let's begin. Let's build it. And I have been non-stop filming and editing today. I'm still editing the Big Giant Mansion set. And that kind of stuff. So now I'm putting together a bunch of sets. These are the small ones. This is the next largest one I have. I have one more after this, and it's like 300 something bricks. Oh, it's torsos on backwards. Can't have that. And so we're going to do this. Now I'm just trying to get done with, he's got a single-sided head, with all these review offers. And sometimes I may make mistakes. I noticed one of them I was finalizing today was kind of blurry in certain spots. I think the autofocus was on. And I thought, well, I already have the set moved around. It's kind of falling apart from being kicked around. So I thought, well, I can't just stop and refilm that. So it is what it is. And that's the beauty about doing live recording sometimes. Sometimes you just don't get it right. So, yeah. And for the most part, I've been pretty pleased with the Lego City stuff. It doesn't feel like I wasted my time or anything, so that's always good. So, I just trying to get things done before the holidays. And I got the visor on backwards on that one. Oh, get back over here. So I've been trying to get things done here today. It's been raining all day long. It's just wet and cold, and it's actually nice outside. It's not bad at all. I know some people hate the rain, but for me, it's not too bad. And it's probably a dude. It looks like a guy with a man bun. Well, not quite a man bun, just tied back. And what's with all the firefighters in these sets with long hair? I don't get that. So you have to scalp them to put the wigs on. I don't know what's with Lego in that. I mean, I know it's the modern times, and yes, I do have a few dudes that work in the software developing, mostly in graphics, and man, they look like surfer dudes coming off the beach and that kind of thing. So it's like, man, I don't know. So my goal for this today, I'm going to do something a little different. I've done this in a few other shots, but I found it actually saves a bunch of time, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to film the final review and tour and tack it on at the end of the video. And I'm going to make a mental note to split the video when I do it. So you won't notice anything here. It'll just be more edited and more polished up at the end. So you won't see all the bloopers and stuff. And it'll actually save me time. I'm trying to find ways to make these quickly as possible. I don't want to be spending all the time in the world trying to do this. You're kidding me. Is this like Superman or something? I don't know what Lego's doing here, but yeah. I'm just getting things done right now and trying to finish everything up. I can just see someone using this as a projectile launcher more than anything, and that's basically what it is. And you load it up with the studs, and the blue finger from the void sticks out and pushes it for you, so he can get you in trouble. Oh, well, I'm not loading that up. That's not too bad. So yes, we'll be doing a tour, even though this technically is a tour. I've been really thinking about merging, once this channel gets like 10,000 subs, I'm just going to make this full-blown review stuff. And basically building stuff, just messing around with building Lego sets. You know, everybody else does polished reviews. They just don't excite me. Why don't we just do it live? That kind of thing. And these pieces are in earth green. I'm going to slurp a lot of those up. They make great burns. So I'm going to be inclined to buy some of those. Once Lego opens up Pick-a-Brick again and gets the good parts on there. So today is the 22nd of December 2023. And it's a bedside build. And it's like, I don't know what time it is. Let's see here. It's 12:30 in the morning, so maybe we get this done. Get this done early enough. I'd like to unbox the last set in my arsenal until I can get that out of the way. These are great for terrain, so I'll save these for the campground. And I noticed, I was reading some of the comments from the campground builds. It wasn't a whole lot, but for those who commented, I still remember Janet and then Dan that would comment. I always appreciate those on there because it's always cool to read the comments and read your take on things and see if there's anything I need to improve on stuff and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so always looking forward to that. Not a big fan of using dark gray for rock. Looks more like wet concrete. Medium stone gray would actually be better. Or you can mix a little bit of it together. But what do I know, though? But these little sets like this doesn't have too many pieces. This should take about an hour, hour and a half to complete. I have been cleaning off memory cards like crazy. I'm just swamped with Lego set reviews, but I'm getting them done. But man, I like those leaf pieces. Those are really good. Lego, you got to make more foliage stuff, you know. Make me depressed and not get any good parts. So I thought of a new house build and a couple of restaurants and stuff like that. I just got to find the time. They're not hard builds. I just gotta run them in a CAD program, make sure I have the parts before I start building anything here. There's only 3 of those leaf pieces. Wow, Lego, you're kind of greedy. All right, now we got to make a couple of these branch things. There's only 2 of them. These come in handy for my spruce trees too. I had somebody that says, you know, okay, I got something to tell you guys, but first, I like reading comments on how good I help people with their Lego builds, and that's my intention, you know. Whether if it's on here or with my custom stuff. You know, I enjoy building, I almost said a bad word, building stuff and then sharing it with you. You know, some people don't do that. Some people charge for that stuff. You know, like I said, if the tutorials ever go away, there will be some freebies available. But I haven't made my mind up. It's not written in stone yet. And 2, if you're on my main channel, remember that Fortnite loot box that I got sent? I went back and read through the comments. And I forgot to... Oh, I skipped a step here. I went back and read some of the really nasty, hateful stuff. I mean, some people were just mean. And this is the holidays, right? Okay, first off, you know, I don't understand people when they do that. And how does, you know, this loser, how does this guy, how does somebody that's not popular get this stuff? And I thought, You know, I could literally tell them how I got it. Now, if you're in the Lego group, or if you're in the Lego community, you already know how I got it. But for these people who don't know, they could have just simply asked me kindly, and I would have told them how I got it. All right? They think I'm partnered up with a game company. I'm not partnered up with the game company. They didn't realize it. I got contacted through one of the representatives at Lego because it's a Lego product. All right? And that was the end of that. We got to make 3 of those. And for somebody to get a little angry at me and just kind of, you know, get jelly, all they had to do is just ask me and say, hey, Jay, how did you get that? I want to get a box like that. You know? I've been called dumb, stupid, an idiot, what else? Some words that I can't mention on YouTube. And I thought, well, I don't think anybody needs to know that on there. So I banned 37 people off just that video alone, and I thought, man, that's just kind of a lot. That's just too much. And that concludes the bag 1. That's pretty much what we have remaining is just a visor. And basically what you do here is you load this up. You put your minifigure in here. You're supposed to fly through the air like Superman and just shoot all those down. Well, I'll leave that up for the parents to do that. What we're going to do here, we're going to focus on put the stuff over here. And we're going to move on to bag 2. That's 4. 5. It's probably the last one. No, there it is. And we'll slide this. Well, we know how to put the fire out now, huh? Put that over there. For the most part, these city sets have been pretty much medium to big pieces. Some small, but not a whole lot. So I'm not too dissatisfied with these. And so far, it's a 10. Okay? It's a 10. We got 4 more bags. And I'm hoping none of this. I think I went through most of it. I don't think I found anything that was scratched. I can't remember. So this may be a good thing after all. And so we got the guy that's invisible in here. Alright, where's the other booklet? Did I lose that already? I still got to scan my insider's codes. Yeah, but it's been raining non-stop here, so we're going to need the rear portion, and we're going to make a minifigure. Alright. Now, I got some of this. I think this is called Vibrant Yellow. So, and we'll call it just that in here now. I never could have remembered the name for it. But yeah, you know, it's nice to get this stuff when Lego, you know, it's when Lego acknowledges you and knows you, it's nice, you know, because this was a toy I grew up with when I was a kid. I never thought in a million years I would ever do stuff like this, let alone share my ideas on YouTube or anything like that. And that's printed. All the graphics on all the bricks you'll see will be printed in this one. That is why this set is expensive for the piece count, but hey, I'll pay a little bit more for printed stuff. But yeah, you know, working with Lego, and I don't work for them, I work with them, you know, doing the review stuff, but at the end of the day, they collect data and they want to see how well something does. And, you know, working with the Lego group and seeing how a business like that does toys, how does it function? It's different than when you're a kid, it's like, wow, they're making all those toys, but, you know, it's just like doing software. Okay, she's double-sided faced. We're going to leave her wig on. Oh, that messy tousled look. I thought that was for a guy, but no, that's for this gal here. And yes, there's plenty of gals that I know that have that haircut. I can't say if it's a pixie or not, but for the most part, doing all this Lego stuff is fun, you know, in terms of if there's no deadlines. I did fill out some paperwork today, and I let Lego know it's like you need to cut back on, there's the helmet, for getting the stuff that's really scratched, because I've been getting a lot of sets that have been have scratched pieces, and it really is kind of depressing. It's like, wow, you know, this is a very good set. It's like I did a build that was really good, a really good set build, and it was a really good build experience. But the scratched pieces brought it down to a 5.6, and it's like, well, that just didn't do very well, you know? And I let it be known, this is a great build. Why the failing grade? Because it was damaged when it came in, but it was fun to put together. And I mean, I don't expect Lego to wrap all this up, and I know I harp about it a lot, but I like building with Lego so much, I just don't want to, I want it to last forever. I don't want to have to buy more stuff, unless that's Lego's intent. But Lego needs to focus on more making this an investment toy, because people are going to buy the newer pieces. You know, they're not going to just stick with the 1970s parts unless that's what they want. You know. Like this was around back when this stuff here was around when I was a kid, and you know, and the plates were and stuff like that. Those colors were. There we go. Oh, that fits perfectly. I didn't know that mouthpiece went on the back there. But yeah, just doing this stuff and just talking and seeing what other ambassadors are up to is just, it's just, you know, I'm not the only one. I remember when I first started this whole gig, that's pretty too, that's kind of cool. When I started this whole gig, and I remember getting teased for doing this on YouTube and got called some pretty colorful names, and not knowing that there's other adults out there who do this. But I'm thinking of, if I can get some time scrounged up, I'd like to go that Lego thing. And even if it's on a not so desirable side of town, is to go and see if I can meet up with some more other people who are just like me. Well, that's a nice stick to control the plane. Looks just like what you'd find. That's a great use for those little handles. But I'm thinking of just doing that. See if I can meet up with some others who do this. It'd be kind of cool with my own kind, of course. I've been to enough tech fairs. I think they're probably the same. I don't know if I'll do a mock or not. If I did, I have a couple in mind. I'd have to start on them right away. And I don't keep mocks together. Well, oh, I never thought about using this for a control arm or controls for. Let me put it on here so it's bigger and I can, you know, have something to hold on and I can show you here. They use this little grappling hook piece where you just put a string on it for aircraft controls, you know. Never thought about using those. That's a really good idea. We'll have to snag that. Ooh, well, that just flew off trying to attack me. It's like that too. I can tell you right now, this is going to have some detail just for its very small little build. But But yeah, doing the stuff with Lego, I would love for Mojang to notice me too. But I'm not really heavy into the Minecraft communities. I'm not really into all that. It'd be nice, but the only thing I would probably do is do the Java developing, like for mods. But I still have yet to ever publish any of my mods. Part of me is kind of like, I don't think anybody's going to want to download them, so why waste my time? You know, that's kind of my mindset. I know I shouldn't think like that, but part of me is like, well, maybe I'm not good enough. It's like doing Lego. I mean, I know I'm good on this. Not the best, but I know I'm good. But we'll never know until I try. It's like signing up for the Ambassador Network. It took me 3 tries to get in. All because I was bored and thought, well, I've been trying to get my denial letters, so let's shoot for them and see. You don't get just not 1 but 2 printed controllers. Now Lego, I know you watch these. This is $55 for this set. It's not a big set, but I'll tell you, look at the details with the printed stuff. I bet you any more people will pay that. Because if I decide to reuse those parts and make it into a custom, somebody else can just grab them from the set and do that. You know. I know I was reading something about how can the Lego group help you boost your subscriber and view counts and stuff like that for your content. I said, well, follow me for one and just say, hey, this guy has built this stuff or reviewed this set. Here's his raw take on it. They follow some ambassadors, they don't follow others. Honestly, we all need to work together, but to some in the community, this is like a job. You know, I'm considered competition. Why I do things a little differently. I vlog while I do these. You know, that's what I do. That's kind of cool. It's smooth in there. You know, I just kind of do my thing and that's it. And just kind of enjoy the build and talking to you guys and gals while doing it. I don't know what that piece is for. It probably goes back here because it's got these bevels and stuff like that. Well, it's coming up, so we'll know pretty soon here. But yeah, I was just thinking it'd be really cool if, you know, Denmark is not really a place I'd like to live at. It'd be kind of cool to visit. Well, compared to here, it'd be really nice to live over there. I don't know if I can handle all that greenery. Like, wow, you know. And honestly, if my family had if I didn't have a family and stuff to take care of, I would probably do it. And just fly in once in a while to oversee operations at my day job. And their cost of living out there is the same as is out here, you know, surprisingly. There's a hole in there, huh? So I bet that's where all those little studs are going to poop out of the airplane. We don't know yet. This thing's got a lot of vibrant colors. Lots of vibrance. Yeah, so tomorrow's the last day of, well, today actually is the last day of finals for the high school kids. My nephew's taking his last class, and they have to get him up early in the morning to take a class, and he'll be home probably about 12 or 10 or something, I don't know. All of them just pass. know, all of us we've done that stuff before. No, I wasn't telling him what to do. That's up to him. All I heard is if he fails, I heard there's going to be drama around here. I thought, well, I'll have to hide from that. I don't know what I would do if I had kids and they were failing school. I mean, out here, a GED is pretty common. Only 62% of the kids actually graduate high school. I still get those applicants come in sometimes. Yeah, I'm looking for a job. Okay. You look at they type out a resume. You can tell it's copied from a resume book because some things just don't quite line up. And you look down for education. Oh, I got my GED. Okay, and that's it. They didn't join a junior college or anything. I talk about all that before, but I'm like, you need to get something a little more high-powered. But from what I was told, though, even from my parents, that grades are not everything. I mean, it's true, but then again, you know, some businesses look at that until you get your foot in the door, get some beefy experience, and then after that, they don't really care. Well, that's kind of colorful inside. I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't know. And so far, it's very colorful. I mean, I mean, these colors are attracting my attention with the build. I hope he passes his class tomorrow too, but yeah, it's hard to say. Okay, we're gonna need that. Okay, putting these studs sometimes on the top of these can be a little bit of a challenge, especially if you've got big fingers. And that goes back here like this. It's not too bad. In fact, this piece right here would make a great part for a boat. The big piece we put in. Alright, 25% done. We're not done with this bag yet. Alright, see how Lego tilts this right here from that? I do that in mine just to show you exactly where things go. Because sometimes even for me, even I get confused in my own building guides. So I'm like, what if I tilt it like, you know, instead of it like this, I tilt it like this. And it makes more sense. Alrighty. What do we do with that? Somebody asked me, the Big Stash asked me though, I should do a reaction video on my old videos that I did back in the day, like my old tours and stuff. I never thought about doing those, but I don't know how many people would be interested. Like oh my goodness, like some of my older videos, I kind of cringe on watching. It's like, man, these are kind of horrible, you know. And compared to today, I got better lighting. I was filming right over here on this same wall over here with the window. Remembers the old tutorials with the wood grain counter? It was right by a window. It worked really well for natural lighting. And only time I didn't have this light over here at the time. And when I was doing all that, that's essentially my filming area. I can only do it in the daytime. When it got too dark, that was it. I had the overhead light. And that was it. Nothing fancy, so I ended up just getting the bedside lamps. That's when I was sleeping here at the time, when my Lego collection was just merely a tote, and it was pretty easy to deal with. So I would just slide the tote under the bed, and that was it. And I would just build all those awesome creations. And, you know, in the last 10 years, the collection has grown to where I can't barely manage it now, but it was easy to manage. I need to really think on how I want to do that again. Alright, and two of these go right here. Why didn't we put those on there when we did? Did we just forget Lego? It would have been easier to put those on before. I don't know. Let's see here, and that is what we have remaining for bag 2. That's not too bad. Alright, let's move on to bag 3. So bag 2 just does the base. Unfortunately, I was hoping the plane to be built in like pieces and you could just plug the parts together. Sadly, it's not. Now, if you're a classic AFOL and you grew up in the 70s, 80s, possibly the real early 90s, these colors look pretty familiar. And in here, I got stuff rolling off here. There is a rubber band that I didn't want to lose, so I put it back in here. So you will need that. I'm going to put it inside this little carton there just so I can keep track of it, because that on the white counter would be impossible to see. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I grew up with right here. I mean, yeah, brings back memories. And we had green. And we had gray, but it was very sparse. It wasn't really plentiful like it is today. That's why when I see a new color, a brick, or a new piece, I get all excited and like, yes. Yeah, my hair is looking more like a helmet than anything else. My girlfriend's friend came by and she goes, "Ooh, your hair looks like Justin Bieber's when he was younger." I'm like, "Oh God, now I'm really gonna have to get it cut." She thought it looked good on me. I'm thinking, no, it looks like I got a bowl cut on my head. I don't know. I just. Oh, but it looks good on you, though. I'm thinking, yeah, but after that, I don't think so. Unfortunately, a lot of the places won't open up until Wednesday. And getting a haircut by the new year doesn't really thrill me, so I'm just going to stick it out and take the name calling like a man and just be done with it. Just be like, I'll just deal with it later. You know. I mean, look at these basic colors. Wow. This is really a good, bright, colorful build. It's not dull or dingy or anything like that. I remember we were doing the space sets. They were like this. Not colorful, but almost the same type of build quality. Now, I have a feeling, though, this is going to be something you could drop in your city. One thing you have to guarantee on the Lego City line is they come out with some pretty good vehicles and planes, boats, and stuff. Not so much for anything that's city worthy, like a building, but because their buildings are never finished, but for the most part, yeah. This just slides. It doesn't, it just sits in there. Okay. Yeah, that's printed too. 05. But I am waiting to get all these done, folks. I'm just about there. I'm just trying to get things done quickly and swiftly here. Okay, so this just sits on. Then why didn't we just put that on there when we had the chance? I thought that was used for a track or something, Lego. Yeah, I'm kind of confused here. Looks like this was just built by some... It looked... Not built. Let me rephrase that, because it seems it's a cool build. It seems like the instructions were written by someone who was learning, like an apprentice or something. I'm not going to say that I'm an advanced instruction writer, but that's what it's supposed to look like. So the rubber band goes around like that. All right, so I'm going to walk you through this in case even I mess up. So see, there's a string here like this. You just wrap it around like that. And just plop it on there. No, don't use that as a slingshot. So it looks just like that. Okay, that's 1-to-1 too. So I know I'm tempted to play with that, but let's not. I don't want to play with it and break it. After the review, I don't care. I'm planning on doing this for the review tonight. Is when I get done with the set, when I get done with the build, I'm going to go ahead and just do the polished review. And the reason being is my goal is to condense. I've skipped a whole step here. Is to condense video time, because I'm spending more time filming than anything else. So I'm planning on doing is stuff like this. Film the final. This is a very short one. I don't know if I'm going to do a close-up shot, but I'm going to put the review at the very end. And if I don't need to do a close-up shot, I'll just do the finalized tour in review, just to save time. Because I don't want to spend all day, filming a Lego set. So I'm trying to find more efficient ways to produce these and manage my time a bit better. If I only had one set, I can spend more time on it, but like right now, I'm starting to feel a little tired. It doesn't mean I'm bored with the set, I'm just getting a little fatigued out just from the day. Not anything to do with the set, though. At least this will lock in the rubber band. Kind of. Okay. If you need some cupboards for some tool chests, there you go. These have been around since I was a little boy. I think they came from Fabuland. I don't know. The originals did. We got to do the other one over here. So I'm trying to show you here different angles and stuff. Now this one here is backwards, so the hinge is going to go on this side here. Yeah. So the guts of that are kind of hidden. Yeah, for the most part, still at a 10. Nothing wrong yet. I hope this one stays at a 10. I haven't given a lot of 10s this year. I think I give 1 or 2 out of this whole lot that I got. But okay, we got to make 2 of these. Okay, I see where they go. They go right above this little window here, like that. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm thinking that I may just... I don't think I need to do a close-up, because I could just bring the models up here. I mean, this is very flat. It's narrow. But I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Because I'm just trying to think of a faster way to get these done and where the quality's not lacking. I'm just trying to think of better ways to do. What's killing me right now is editing this style of review, the live reviews. I don't want to get rid of these because I enjoy building stuff and just chatting. I don't have to do this. I want to do it. Oh, that's not supposed to go there. Well, I made a mistake. And it's probably going to cost me my fingernail. I don't think this thing even came with a brick separator. Let me look, because now I'm kind of curious. Did it come with a brick separator? Well, can't get that in there. Did it? Alright, where's the other manual in here? Did it come with one? Let's take a look, because usually they're orange or teal. Ooh, ouch, Lego. Anytime there's a good set and I may have to ding this one off, no tools. What if this is the first set that I got? No, I mean, that's not going to do it. Oh, wait a minute. Why is that there? See, I don't have a brick separator to correct my mistakes. So I got to ding it to a 9.8. It's a mistake I made, but there was no tool provided. So just imagine you get this. Let's say your grandmother buys this. You buy this for your grandkid. They're visiting your house. They want to build it right then and there. And then they do, they made a mistake. How do they fix it? Use their fingernails, which I don't like using nails to do that. And using a knife is never safe. So I never recommend that. It's not good for your hands, your body parts, or your Lego bricks. So thank you for it. Okay. So this thing here, what does that even do? I bet that's where the things stick in there. So you can just tap it, and all the bricks will fall out of the bottom. So the plane will poop out all the round bricks. We haven't gotten to that bag yet, so I don't know. Making sure there's no memory card. I only had like 20 gigabytes left on here, so I'm trying to get this one done here. Because I got one unboxing that I got to do tonight. And it's a smaller set, so I'm going to combine it all in one, except for the build. The build will be here. The build will be here. And then that's how I'm doing it. Oh, that's a nice piece. I can use it for the slope that goes in there. So that's where it drains in there. Okay, there's a stud back there. Trying to hold in the yawns. I hadn't even brushed my teeth yet, which I got to do. Yeah, that guy that wanted me to work during Christmas Day, he's contacted me again and goes, I really want to work with you because you got good ideas. How about if we do this on the 27th? And I said, that'll be perfect. I said, you need to lock in a day. I said, because I'm getting more requests for other jobs, side jobs. So I said, once you lock it in, I said, we can't change it. Okay, we'll do. And we worked out a time. And it's like, you know, I always respect other people's holidays. I don't know if Hanukkah's been celebrated yet or not. Can't remember if it's. I know. I think it starts on. It's about the same time as Christmas. Got to thinking. One of my friends was talking about it, and I thought, well, I don't know. Oh, that's nice. Got the detail on. That's really smooth. Look at that. Oh, that's really nice. Couldn't do this back with 80s parts or 70s parts. I guarantee you that. Yeah, no way. Whoops, it's starting to get crumbly, Lego. Uh-oh. Oh, Brick Separator, now it's getting crumbly. Okay, I thought there's going to be... Okay. I thought it goes here. No, it goes back here. Oh, okay, because these pieces go in next. I don't need that. Yeah, I'm missing a white brick. Let me check the floor. Sometimes the manual eats it or the floor takes it. I'm checking some stuff here. Alright, nothing in the hands. I don't want to say we're missing a piece. When I did the unboxing, I checked. So it could have failed. Let me look one more time here. Oh, don't tell me we're missing a part. Sometimes I can misplace them too, like put them in a different area. Well, had to snag one real quick. It's a pretty common part, but it might be buried in here. We'll clean a little bit of that up here. And if it is indeed missing, I'll check the bags out. But I also did a thumbnail with this too, so it could have fell on the floor. What Lego? No piece to wrap around the sides? Well, that's depressing. Yeah, I sure like building things. It's like computer programming, except you get to physically touch the parts. Okay. We're going to need to make a couple of these here. Ooh, I just almost cut my finger on that. And the part has to fly on the floor. And yes, I have been cut many times doing Lego. And it did cut me right there. That's gonna hurt. Well, I can take it. We gotta make 2 of those too. Let's hope the other one's not as bad. As a matter of fact, oh, I don't have anything big to put that on there. I'm just tacking these on here and just putting them on very slow. But the problem is getting these things to line up. Yeah, that really did a little bit of damage there. Yeah, I mean, we always talk about that in our group too. Man, Lego's dangerous. You can get cut on this stuff. And these are printed right here at 05. Honestly though, with just the printed pieces alone in here, it makes the set more, it just makes it more finished. It doesn't feel cheap. Oh, we got more gauges. Like, why didn't you just tell me to stick 4 of those and put them on, instead of doing it like that? So we got to make 2 more of those, and you stack them on top of one another too. At least it wasn't the little gauge tiles. I'd have to dig in my collection to get those out. There we go. Just like that. I'd say this bag here was pretty long. And then this nice pretty tile. It goes, oh, wait a minute, this piece wasn't missing. It wasn't, so never mind. You know why? This step here, 76, goes in here like that. I looked at that and I thought, wait, that piece is not there, but here it's there. Okay, so we weren't missing a piece. That's my bad. Why do you notice I didn't say anything that I'm going to ding off points? Because sometimes I make boo-boos. You know, and that was a boo-boo I made right there. That's my mistake. Whoopsie. I noticed I didn't accuse anybody because I didn't know. Well, now I know. Looks like we don't have a lot remaining here, so I think we're at the end of this. And so far, this has given me that classic city vibe to it. I mean, looks really good. And that is what we have left. All right, here we are on bag 4, and we're just about 55% done with this. Well, that's 5. Here's 4, and it feels pretty heavy. But sometimes that can be, looks can be deceiving because it looks mostly like big pieces in there. Okay, but so far I'm pretty happy with the city set so far. Like I said, I did some of the space theme, and it wasn't my cup of tea, but the builds were pretty good. I bet you anything there's probably 2 of these that go in here. There is. I'm going to build them both right now. I need those. See, even these right here are printed. You know, these little round discs. I mean, hey, you know, like I said, I'll pay for printed parts. And yes, even going on Pick-a-Brick, those parts are expensive, but you know what? They're printed. And I don't mind dropping a couple dollars in for a printed piece. It's not like I'm going to need 1,000 of these. I would need 1,000 bricks, but not that. And I'm missing, oh, there it is. I'm missing this piece here. I can't even pick that up off the counter there. The workbench is kind of hoarding that up. So I'm gathering that it's not even, but it goes right here. And then, okay, I see what we need to do here. I'll show you. Well, theirs looks nicer than mine. Maybe it's like that, but well, put the other one here. I'll show you. This may be easy for you here. So I'm inclined to stick this in here first. So trying to crunch it in like that. And then you put it on like that. So I think it's supposed to be something like this. Wouldn't this be closer to that, or just flips over like that? I don't know. You could do it any way you want, though. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to build your set. Well, now we got to put the wings together. They should have just had this in the last booklet and started the wings now. Set that off to the side there, because we do not need that. And I need the other one here. You know what I could do real quick is, I think these are going to be mirrors. I'm just going to incline to risk it and say that they are. I need to find some wings that are in white. Black is not really a good thing for passenger planes. I want to build me a nice passenger jet just for fun, just to see if I can do it, and maybe do a building guide on it. Yeah, I got a few more requests for building guides, and I'm like, guys, just patience with me here. Oh, no big hurries. I'm just hoping you can get this build so I can start gathering parts for it. I'm like, usually if it's something, it's usually a camper or one of my larger vehicles. I'm like, I'm trying an explanation. The guy was understandable too. It's like, yeah, I know you're doing a lot of the reviews. I'm just seeing if you could squeeze it in. I'm like, I'm trying my best. It's the squeezing in is the problem. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Alrighty. Put these on top here next. Now, if I don't see another one here, then I know that we probably went a little too far. And I remember seeing a bunch in the book. Oh, there it is, right there. The checker piece was hiding it from me. Yeah, I need to put the scenic sounds on the laptop. Thinking tonight. And then the next video I process, I'm going to run the scenic sounds through there, just probably about 10%, just enough to kind of see if I can muffle out maybe the fan noise on the computer, and just to see how it works. I'd love to. I'm not a fan of music and videos. It's kind of distracting for me. I would love to see if I can do it. Oh, where are you going? Well, first we need that plate that goes in there first. Then this guy. Oh, somebody asked me, it was here in town, I was out doing something, they asked me if I was from New York. And I'm like, no, do I sound like it? Like, yeah, I thought maybe you had a New York accent. And I'm like, no, I'm not from New York. New York says New York. They talk like this, you know. I can't do that. It's hard. It's like, no, I'm not from New York. And if you're in New Yorker, cool. That's one of the cities on my bucket list that I want to visit. See all the big buildings. Out here, the tallest building is a three-story house. Unless I go into town, and then when I go into town, it's like a 12-story building, and that's about as far as it goes. Like, oh wow, I'm in the city, you know. And then when I go down to LA or something like that, I'm like driving right in the midst of that, and boy, it's just packed with traffic. Especially when you're stuck on the 405 or the 710 freeway. Thank goodness I don't really have to go far anymore to visit family. Okay, well, doesn't that fit in there? I was about to pound it in. All right. Some of these videos are going to run well into January, possibly into February. Okay, this goes right here. We haven't joined those together yet, so I have a feeling this is going to be very big. I don't know if I even need to do a full-blown close-up tour. If I have to, I will. If I do, then I'll just do the review and do the other two parts separate. When you have to do close-ups, it usually is not that good. I have another set that's coming up after this. I don't think I need to do one. It's pretty quick. Okay. Things are going to get, I think one is for starboard and one's for port. I don't know. So this one here is going here. And I have a feeling the green ones are going to go on the other side, but I'm going to take a look here. I'm inclined to look. Yes, the green ones are next. Jay, it looks like you're having a lot of fun. Yeah, I know, right? Having so much fun, you should come over here and put it all together for me. I kind of wish, though, I had a friend or a buddy that would help me do all this. It'd make it so much easier. But then again, they would just do the film and I would do the editing or something. If they're really good at editing, let them do that. That's not too bad. Okay, rotate them. Oh, I've got to put these on the top here. Well, we'll do that real quick. The red one is still, let me not get those confused. All right, now we got to put this thing on here now. We're still working on the red one here. Goes right in the center. I'm assuming that this one goes here. Now, hope I didn't mess up. Yes, so I'm just going to go ahead and whip through this real quick. Yeah, tonight we had pancakes and sausage for dinner. Well, that filled me up. We're all making light meals until after Christmas. We're gonna have the big dinner. Put those on there. I was really hoping this to be modular. Yeah, this is pretty big, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do a close-up tour on this model. We'll see here. I don't know. It's big. See, I don't know, but at least it's flat like a pancake. I'm not really trying to stress over it and you know, asked my friend if she liked her new TV that I gave her. And she really likes it. I thought, good. That's like, because I don't want it back. Oh, maybe you did. Like, no, you get to keep that. I don't want that thing back. She thought I was going to loan it to her. I was like, no, you can have it. I got plenty of those in my stash. Especially when they're custom returns. Uh-oh, I got a video that's ready to be uploaded. I'll have to take care of that here after I get done with this step. And then start sending that up. It's part 2 of that Andrea's Modern Mansion, so I'm trying to get that out of the way. Okay, we got to put this on here. I'm just trying to get all the sets done real quick, get them out of here and be done with them. There we go. A red plane and an it gets attached to this, so that's supposed to be on that side there. And this thing goes on the back, so I'm assuming this is the thing here. Okay, it just fits right in that area. Okay, I was making it more complicated than it is. I don't think that's easy to come off. Yeah, it's meant to be fixed. Alright, so let's say I'm doing it like this, and I'm doing the tour on it. You know what, it is possible. I may not even have to, but I think a close-up would be best with this. And that is what we have remaining for bag 4. I gotta go check some stuff. Hold up. 30 minutes later, and now we're gonna get back to bag 5. Okay, so this is what we have here. And I kind of got to thinking while I was away, I may have to do a close-up on this build. So what I'll do after this is I'll just do the formal review, and then I'll break there, take the thumbnail, and then I'll just do everything, you know. But it wouldn't matter because we're already taking the tour anyways here. Alright, so we need this piece. I have one of these in white. I didn't order the glass for it, so you know what? I'll be snagging. Alright. Yeah, I saw on Instagram one of the Lego guys that I follow, he posted a picture of a Lego set, and my word, my goodness, this thing was like, for like under 400 pieces, it was an $85 set. I literally just like, what? I saw that and I thought, like, what? Lego's expensive, but my word, what I don't know what store this was in. I think it was a big box store, but I think somebody bumped their noggin too hard. I'll tell you what. Oh yeah, when I did the initial review on this wasn't scratched. Still is not scratched. You know, there's a scratch here and a scratch here, but this is not parts you're going to see. So, I mean, it's fine. I'm going to let that slide. I've already filled enough sets already. So far, we found that missing piece, or I misplaced it. So we're at a solid 10 again. Maybe it was we had some breakage things coming off, so maybe a 9.9 so far. It's not bad. Anything a 9 or above for me is good. Alright, now you got to take this and you got to put them together. So we're going to do that. Well, there it is. And no, that will never get removed. That was a pain to put in. I'm sure those can come out, but we got to prevent the draft in there. Okay, and this goes on here, so this is meant to come off. Okay. Make sure. Okay, they use these for the sides. Was this? I thought okay. I first thought maybe this is some kind of a DeLorean or something like that, but no. Where the doors that go. I've only seen one in my lifetime here in town. One time. since I've been on this earth in person. It's a beautiful car for its time, but it's also a the interior is left to be desired of. It's very underpowered for what it is. From what I've heard, though, it's, you know, alright, so this, we don't need that yet. And, you know, this doesn't have a hole in it, so if you get a piece, well, you could just use a brick separator, huh? Trying to find the other one of these here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was hoping not to have to do that. This just goes on like this. So if it sticks on there like that, I'm sure that this is probably permanent. But what goes in there? Is that just where the accessories go, or the wing thing? A little jetpack? What I'll do is when I do the review on this, I'll unbox it through the 360 spin tour and then do the close-up. And then the review that I'm going to be filming first, which I'll be tacking on, will also go here. So I'm sure this is how you fill it up, but we don't know yet. We don't want to cheat. Kind of do, but I don't want to cheat now. Yeah, while I was away, I had to brush my teeth and stuff like that, get all that done. So now I'm ready for bed. Except I'm going to do this, I'm going to review it, and I'm going to try to get the unboxing done real quick on the next one. Because I'd like to get all these filmed and ready to, and get them shipped out of here before the end of the year. Or at least get them all done, at least to the point. All right. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. That's perfect right there. I thought Lego would have a custom door for that, but, well, it works. It works. All right, we got to leave it flipped upside down, but we're going to be very careful with this because now we got to put the wheels on the bottom. We're going to start with this one here. Let's do it like that because it'd be easy for you to see. First I got to find the weird thing. Alright, you know what would be almost easier? To do the tires first. And then to make sure that they're balanced. Yeah, I kind of already missed playing that Lego Fortnite. It's pretty addicting. Just gotta take these and I'm gonna roll them on the workbench. And then this goes like this. Okay. And then we got to make two in the back here. Let's try how Lego wants us to do it. Let's see if it's any better. Doing this unboxing, though, for the next set is pretty easy. It's got like 300 bricks, so it's probably, I'm only assuming, probably 2 to 3 bags. See, I'm having a hard time getting those wheels on there. Alright, so now we got that done. Let's rotate it around here. Do we need to rotate it? Yeah, let's rotate it here. And it goes right here, right next to the little angle here, this little inset right there. We still got a lot of parts though, so we're going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do the review and just wing this, and yeah, we'll get it out of the way. So I feel like I'm going to break these wheels, these bearing axle things right off. Feels kind of lumpy. Just making sure here, because some of these are kind of not round enough. Oh, that's much better now. Okay. And then after that, we're not done yet. Here we got to make two of something here. And oh, there's stud launcher things. Maybe we shouldn't. So why don't I give demonstrations on the stud launchers? I don't want to have to pick it up. We'll leave that for the parents when they buy this for the kids. Be like, I told you so. I mean, the stud launchers are cool, but they're not something I like to pick up. And then they go right there, snap right into that. All right, make two of these. Oh, that's not supposed to go that close. Now one of my buddies wants to get this set. It's already been released, or he saw Lego's preview on it. He goes, I really want to get that. And I didn't tell him I already had it, and I'm thinking, well, it looks like it'd be an okay build. I don't know. I really don't. Bet that goes on next. Sure does, but we got to put some other things on it first. At least it rolls. Oh, it's... Wow. We won't need the turntable for this one. It's already got it built into it. Well, that's a jumper plate. That would look better on there than that. Oh, that came off, but not the jumper plate. And yes, that is printed too. Really good. I'm hoping I'm recording on that, because the audio sounds a lot better on the phone. And that's it. And this right here will go on the back. So this is going to be, matter of fact, I'm just going to open this up here and just kind of put my fingers in there and just kind of clamp that down. Yeah, I won't even need a turntable for that. And that's it. It tells you don't do this, and the cab lifts off, and the sad face. Yeah, I won't be sad, I'd be swinging. Alright, so you stick the stuff in here, and then you drop them in. So let's do a quick demonstration. I kind of want to get a feel of this and see how it works here. So you drop them in, you know, straight like that. As a matter of fact, it's keyed where they only go in on the sides. And you have the levers here. And then you would just, that's not too bad, huh? And it says keep 4 studs out for the stud launchers. I'm not putting those, I mean I could, but I'm not. And it shows you how the blue hand makes it work. And that's it. We're done. Okay, let's clean everything up here. And I'm just gonna see if I really do need to do this. Could I bring it up close? But that's what we have remaining there with some other stuff. Sure here. Alright. And how would I go about doing this here? Let's see. What I'm going to do is leave this stuff here that fires off to the side, and I'm going to start setting it up for the review right now, or the thing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot to it glides really smooth. I'm going to say I'm just going to incline to say it's a 9.9, just because we had a few instances here. But planes are just kind of weird to film. Well, anything like this that's flat anyways. Now, since I'm done with the laptop, guess what I could use? The floodlight. And let's go down lower. Now remember, I'm preparing for the review. Now I'm looking at this, and if let's say I'm doing the review, for example, couldn't I bring this up and just show you like this? And you got a place for the figure to fit in, just pop that out. You know what, I may be just inclined to do it all now. And these are just meant to be controlled. Yeah, this is something you see like in a video game or something, but let's see here. I'm going to put the plane here. And I have a feeling this probably folds up and goes in the back. So you just shove that in there like that. Sorry about that, but I'll show you again. Just shove it in there. I bet this folds up. And just toss it in there. Well, I can't do that right now because I have to leave that out. Now, am I going to attach this to my minifigure? No, because I want to show it off. All right, so let's prepare for the review. I think I'm going to just go ahead and not do a close-up on this. So at the point we just finished up to now is going to be, well, including now, it's going to be setting up, because I have to set up for the thumbnail and all that stuff. This is not something I'm going to need to put on a turntable by any means. Why? Because the airplane already turns itself. Be kind of pointless to put it on a turntable. So let's start getting things set up here. I'm going to put all the water over here. I may just show how to load them up, but I'm not going to go crazy on it here. And the reason why I'm thinking about doing it like that is just to get it done quicker. So how do I do those reviews so perfect? This is how I do them. I just set it up right now. This is the very first thing I clip when I record. Okay. And we'll set the plane. It's not centered yet, I know. I'm just trying to get everything prepared here. We got all this here. And like minifigure legs. Put it like that. And so what I'm proposing to do, we're just going to have fun with it here. Now I could do the review first. I could just do the tour and the review. So I got to thinking, how would I do this? And what I can do is just do them in that order: tour, then review, instead of review and tour. And you're not really seeing much, are you? That's what I'm saying. This camera, this plane is so big. And I'm just trying to set up a compromise here. See, this is actually, that's right there, pointed right in the center. Right there. I'm just trying to my best here to get this lined up. Because see, now I can bring this up and show things. I don't need to do the whole bells and whistles stuff here. I'll put the light over here like that, and I'll plug this little booger in here in a second. So yeah, right now we're setting up for the thumbnail and all that stuff. Ooh, we'll set our fireman here. Now remember, when I do the thumbnails, I always like to, I'm shooting it straight on. So I'm using the viewfinder on the camera for that. There's a lot of space behind the minifigures, probably about 6 to 8 inches. What do you see here? Really nothing. So I can come in here, inclined to do that, and stick their helmets right in the front here. And I could do an action shot on this, but it's pretty small. I think it's better to show everything. And then for the water, do I need to show that? Not really. So what I'm going to do is I could put the water back in here. Well, I'm thinking of if I have to, to do all the filming and stuff. So why don't I, let me get the light hooked up real quick. All right, let's see here. Let me tighten it up just a bit. Let's see, let me crank that up full. Oh yeah, really bright. Probably right about there we'll be at. 60%, okay, that's good. Okay. So let's say, I'm going to run it through real quick. Let's talk about it, and then we got right here, this comes off, you pull that off and I can show the interior. See how much light's in there now? If I turn that off, it's dark. So I think what I'm going to do, I could bring it up to about here. I just got to be careful because autofocus will be turned off. So I think what I'm inclined to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take a thumbnail real quick, and then we're going to start the final. As far as for this dark side here, I Photoshop all that out of there. I don't even bother with it. So I just come in there and cut all that out, and it just looks better with it all white. So, yeah, that's it for setting up. I'm going to do the thumbnail, and then we're going to start doing the formal tour and review. And I'll have it tacked on this video too. Off to the left, we got ourselves a fire rescue plane. 3 minifigures are included. They also have helmets for each figure. This little thing right here is some kind of Spider-Man jetpack thing with stud launchers. Something you'd probably see in a science fiction movie, so I don't know how that would work. Or maybe that's meant to be a drone, but obviously you can tell this goes on the neck of a minifigure, so I don't know who would be wearing that and flying around trying to knock the flames out. And here in the back we got a portion of a force that's on fire. You know how those minifigures are, they're very clumsy when it comes with fires. So this is what this looks like right here, and these little pieces just sit on here. And they're just meant for the stud launchers and the plane to drop water on it to knock it out and extinguish the fire. We'll do a demonstration on that in a bit. First I got to pick all these up. They don't stick on there very well. They just kind of rest in those little 2x2 round flat tiles with the hole in the middle. So once you get them on there, just hope nothing falls off. And we'll take a look at our figures here. If you're joining me from my second channel, yeah, this is the same clip as I used in there. They pretty much all have single-sided heads. I don't know, does this guy do? Yes, I think they all do. I like the print work for the torsos. They're pretty cool. Here's one of the helmets. Yeah, there's a lot of light in my videos now. This red plane sure sticks out. Let's take a look here at the aircraft. Stud launchers here, so I guess you can position and go right at the fire and put it out. The wheels that spin. This thing really does glide smooth on a flat surface. Here's the door that opens up where you can put stuff in. And this is printed. There's no stickers in this model. It's all printed like the 05. This opens up in here. And I think it's meant for this. So we can fold this up and shove this in here. And you can also shove some of the accessories like the studs and stuff in there too. And in addition, you got these little cupboards here. So you can put some tools or stuff. The only thing I wish you could probably do, let's see if a helmet would fit in there. Well, so far so good, but will it close? Not quite. Maybe if I tilt it sideways or something. Okay, I got it to barely fit in there. And let's see if we can get this one to fit in a bit better here. I'm just going to see if I can set it in sideways, and I'm hoping you can see that right there. Well, it's close enough. Okay, that one closed all the way. So I'm just seeing if I can get them all to fit in there. Well, I'm not going to mess with that one. Now, this thing does roll smooth on a surface. You can see, I mean, I don't even need a turntable for this model. Its plane is just so clumsy. It's just running into things. Oh, we don't even need to fly around and put the fire out. We can just do that. All right. I forgot to show the cockpit, but this does come off, though. And I got to have fun with these guys and gals. Feels like this thing's kind of... It's not the easiest thing to pull off, but there you go. 2 places there. And you can set your figures in here to fly. So everything is scaled for figures into the cockpit. So I'm just going to set a couple of these guys in here real quick. I think they just sit in there. I don't know. Crude reviews. I should just call my channel that, since that's all I kind of do. Can I get him to sit in there? There we go. So he does fit in there. And we're going to do the next one here real quick. Oh, that's the accessories in there. We'll have Mr. Man Bun in there too. And see if we can get him to grab a hold of the controls. I'm hoping this turns out very well. Oh no, the Man Bun won't fit in there, so we can't use him. Okay, well, you're fired. We're going to try this guy here and see if we can get him to sit in here as well. Yeah, now will this go back on the top here? Indeed it does. And it's seamless too. This part here needs to be tucked in a bit. And well, we can just roll it out of the way. These things kind of drag. You got to be careful with them. Now you can load those up with studs, but I'm going to leave that up to you, the viewer, to do that if you got this set. Because I don't want to pick that up. But we're going to drop the big stuff on top of this too. And it does come with a good generous amount of these. Oh no, we're not going to use those. That's what this hatch on the top is for. We just swing that open. We're going to drop all these in here. And they only go in one way too, so you can't stick them in like this. They won't fit. You have to put them on their sides. And I'll show you how this works. It's pretty clever actually. Load that right up in there. You can fit all 6 of those in there. So there's somebody that has a fire, somebody who's being careless and starts a fire in the forest, so you could just fly over. And this little stick right here, you can just pull that this way. You can see the notch there. And you can just do this. Oh, I got that one. And then we can fly around again and knock that out. Oh, I missed that time. Oh, I missed again. You get the idea. So, and yeah, and make sure you pick all these up. Nobody wants to step on that stuff, but for the most part, though, it's pretty good. I'm going to put these back in here. And it's, as you can tell, it's a, well, that's one way to put out the fire, just have the wing run into it. And as you can tell, though, it's a fully playable model. It's really good for that. And we'll load all that up in there. Have to fetch the other 2 off from the floor. And for the studs, you can toss them in there, but I'd be afraid it would clog up, so I wouldn't try it. I'm going to put these in a safe place so they don't get fired out. I'm sure everybody knows how to fire those off. And yeah, I'm not dissatisfied with this build at all. It's pretty good for what it is. So let's start the review with play value, and there's plenty of it just for this model. Now this will also go with all the other LEGO Fire themes for 2024 as well. And I think this plane was really well thought out for it. As you saw, you want to take a nap, huh? Well, here, we'll straighten out your man bun and have you look at the camera. But you could just see, though, we had a lot of fun just making this work. The plane functions, you do have access to the interior, you do have the 3 helmets, so every firefighter's got stuff. So there's plenty of accessories for the play value with this set. And whoever gets this model is not going to be disappointed with it, even if it was entertaining for me as an adult. So play value, it's great as is. It's scaled for figures, but if you want, combine it with your other fire rescue convoy and you're ready to go. Build quality was pretty good. I did have a few instances where some pieces were not coming out. I put them in the wrong place and some would fall off, so it's not too bad. One thing to note, there's no brick separator with this set, so you're going to have to provide that if you get stuck on something. There is nothing at all. I wish this one did come with the brick separator. As for build experience, my retention was really high with this set. I think it's the red and the vibrant yellow that LEGO used in here, as well as the blue. And I mean, it's really a nice, colorful fire plane. Just for what it is, it's really nice. And it was easy to build, the instructions were easy to follow, so on and so forth. So all around, it's just easy and fun to put together. Now, the one bad thing about this set is it's not modular. Yes, you could build this stuff here separate from this. Unfortunately, though, it's unbalanced. So I would say only one person can really comfortably put the fire rescue plane together. But other than that, though, it's a really nice build. Seeing that this is a complete model, this is easy just to pick up and put in your LEGO city. There's no modifications needed. You can put it inside your fire station. It would look really good with that. So honestly, this is a winner. It's self-contained. It looks really good. It looks good on my workbench. So obviously it's going to look good in a LEGO city. And you can also use the parts to make other creations as well, just like other types of aircraft and other vehicles. There's a lot of pieces for that. And there is a good generous amount of medium to large size pieces in this set. So you're not going to go wrong there if you're looking for a set just with red pieces. It's got a lot of those, as well as some of the foliage and the fire pieces. I mean, it comes with, what, 6 in total? So that's not too bad for the flame pieces. Those always come in handy. So my final score, and this one's going to be a good one here, so it's going to be a 9.9. Owing to the fact that I did have some instances and the brick separator was not included. Those are the only 2 things wrong with this set. There's no stickers, it's fully playable, and one other thing to note, it's not modular. So only you and yourself alone or whoever gets the set can build. You can't join in the festivities on this one. But for me, it's a nice fire plane. Is this something I would pick up for my city? I don't know. It's a little large for a typical LEGO city. Unless you have an area set off to the side, like maybe a fire airport or something of that nature would be pretty cool. But to me, it's a bit on the large side. But as you saw, though, there's a lot of detail in here, too. This is a really nice aircraft for just detail. So overall, I am not dissatisfied with this set. It's a really good build, and I enjoyed putting it together. So for my recommendations, yes, if you're looking for something to get your child or something to expand on your LEGO city, this is pretty good. And especially for the retail price of $54.99. And yes, it does seem a bit pricey for 478 bricks. But it's mostly medium to big pieces, and everything is printed, no stickers to fuss with, and it's just overall, it's a nice set. But tell me what you think. I want to hear your thoughts on this set.